a primer to interacting with people online, or a hierarchy of how batshit crazy you are. Libertarians! These people have rejected the reality that the world is a complex place with many variables and instead have reduced the problems in their own life to a simple right versus left, good versus evil paradigm. Government is bad, less government is good. Asking them to elaborate on this philosophy or even give a concrete definition of their terms results in the epiphany that they are full of shit.
Libertarianism is not just a political philosophy, it's a culture shift that will change your life forever.
They are living at home with mommy. There are two types of libertarians out there. The naive believers of the faith, which are usually harmless and eager to chat with you about their belief. The other ones are the libertarians in actual positions of pseudo-authority and or financial security. They push the narrative to the others and are trying to justify why it is completely okay that they have so much in life while others go without. Interacting with these people should be done with great care, as they get offended easily and measure everyone by how much productive work they can get out of them to advance their own social status. Young libertarians that don't get out of the cult, which worships the imaginary concept of the invisible hand and all the prosperity it has never brought anyone, eventually level up to this class of individual. They need to justify to themselves why things are not transpiring as they predicted, both in the world around them and their own personal lives. Their need to protect their sense of identity pushes them to come to the conclusion that it must be someone else's fault for why the world doesn't work how they imagined it would. There must be some sort of secret plot or group manipulating things to screw over people for nefarious purposes. These people are normally trying to overcompensate for their feelings of inadequacy in some form or another. They may be driving a big truck with mud tires on asphalt as a substitute for their small penis, or they may have an assault rifle or an entire collection of guns, which is totally not phallic and a mental projection of their desire to exert male power. Or they may just sit around concocting elaborate and intricate conspiracy theories to try and prove to themselves their great intellectual prowess.
Come and take it, motherfuckers! Come and get it!
If they are not currently on government assistance, they soon will be. Interacting with these types online or at a safe distance can be fun if you learn to use the Socratic method to make them chase their own tails. For bonus points, pit their conspiracy theories against each other. For example, tell them that climate change is man-made and the government is making it by controlling the weather using HARP. This class of individual is filled with righteous indignation and a sense of moral superiority over their fellow man. They lack self-awareness and are unable to see that hating bigots for what they believe and even suggesting that bigots should be removed from society makes them bigots themselves and bad people with borderline sociopathic behavior. These narcissistic special snowflakes are usually straight out of a 2-year college education and filled with the delusion that they know how to fix the world. These people are dangerous as they have an agenda and they are actively pushing it. Your thoughts or opinions are not important to them because you just don't get it. It doesn't matter who you are or what your background is. They understand your plight and what is best for you better than you do. Mommy told them that they were the bestest people in the world and they internalized it lacking any sort of critical thinking skills. It should be noted that SJWs and right-wing extremists fear one another and consider themselves mortal enemies. When they start to fight one another, consider the situation similar to a house cat fight. Intervening and trying to calm them down will only get you or one of them hurt more so than usual. SJWism normally is an opening into a plethora of batshit crazy beliefs. Their chiropractor told them that we need to save everyone from the GMO corn being grown inside rape culture. By realigning their chakras using crystal power and an all-natural lifestyle, they can skip inoculation because the peaceful aliens in the UFO that contacted them last night don't want their blood polluted with toxins as they prepare their third eye uteruses for the creation of a new human species, ushering in a feminist world order, and that is why they are more special than you evil perpetuator of cis-white heterosexual male stuff.
It is a proposed global initiative for population reduction, which will, in a few decades, lead to a worldwide male population of roughly 1 to 10%, for the purpose of peace and prosperity around the world.
Jenny McCarthy. Caution, trolling SJWs is one of the most tempting things to do with your idle time on the internet, because no matter what you say to them, they are offended that you would dare say that, you shitlord scum. Also, any attempt to explain to them that you do not fit their preconceived stereotype of you is a futile effort that ends in frustration and stress. For bonus points, tell them that their parents' trust fund money will not make their souls any less black. They hate that one. Creationists believe that all science and everything that we have learned about the cosmos over the course of human civilization is wrong. Logic and facts are a satanic plot to drag humans to hell. The world is only 6,000 years old, despite the fact that some living organisms alive today is older than that, such as the pando, an 80,000-year-old male quaking aspen root system. But hey, that's just another one of Satan's lies. These delusional nutters exhibit what can only be described as epigenetic expression level of insanity, calling into question the amount of branches on their family tree. Creationists rarely convert. Like 1 in 10,000 figure out they are wrong before they die, despite the overwhelming evidence around them at all times, because I can't hear you, scientists!
If the theory of evolution was viable, then I should, occasionally, by subjecting this to energy, end up having new life.
Peanut butter proves God. Interacting with creationists is not advised. The experience is mind-numbingly frustrating and stressful. They can't process anything you have to say and have no desire to. They have an interpretation of a book they probably didn't even read and are building their life around it. Much like the fat acceptance movement, creationists only deserve scorn and ridicule for their openly anti-scientific stance that rejects reason and promotes science denialism to shield their egos from the possibility that they may be wrong. They are terrible people that are harming society by spreading disinformation, leading to the spread of confusion and or decline of the mental health of others. Interacting with them just enables them, as in their mind, they reason away any opposition to their cause as just proving them right. Persecution complex is a feedback loop, unfortunately. Sovereign citizens, aka freemen of the land, are currently classified as domestic terrorists by the FBI. They are extremely dangerous individuals that are truly legends in their own mind. They believe the laws of the country they reside in do not apply to them because they themselves are their own walking, talking government that can not only make up their own laws, but also beat the system with fake legalese that borderlines and even crosses into word salad. They fantasize about one day confronting the system and prevailing over it with the gobbledygook they trade amongst themselves. They are mentally preparing for an inevitable confrontation with the government and settling the perceived injustice that they believe is levied against them. Usually through a combination of previously mentioned craziness and with the aid of an underlying mental illness, these people are batshit crazy and dangerous. After all, you are nothing to them but a sheep of the illegal government system and always one step away from trampling on their individual personhood or whatever they have decided to call themselves that particular week. They lack any self-awareness and do not understand that arguing that the Constitution empowers them with immunity from the Constitution does not in any way make sense.
I'm a sovereign citizen. You're an unceded territory. I don't bow to your authority. I don't bow to your authority.
I advise you to get out of
You try. Try. You see what happens. I'll charge you.
Really?
Yes, I will.
Go ahead, pal.
Yeah.
But
Pal? I'm not your pal.
Go ahead.
I'm not your pal.
Excuse me, please. Get out of my way.
Touch me again, that's a tort. That's a tort.
No,
Hey! I'm fucking disabled! I'm disabled! I got a fucking cane here! No! My arm! I'm under arrest! Fucker! Get it on camera! Get it on camera! He's bending my fucking arm! Get this fucking goon off of me! Get your fucking goon off of me! He's breaking my arm! He's breaking my arm!
Will probably end up in a police shootout or commit suicide one day. Interacting with sovereign citizens is not advised. Avoidance of them is the best course of action. They are already holding a deep-seated grudge in their consciousness and are under constant persecution. If you draw their ire or insult them, they may decide to take out that pent-up angst on you or your family. They are especially known for carrying out acts of paper terrorism. For example, mailing you a letter that looks legal declaring that the government of their imagination has fined you $300 million, signed the authorized agent of their own individualness. This is the final stage of sticking your head up your own ass. The belief that the cosmos and everyone on Earth truly revolves around them is a narcissistic delusion that has hit its pinnacle. These meaning of life seekers have taken the solipsistic opinion that they are in fact the meaning of life. I applaud them for their high self-esteem and sometimes wonder if they have gone almost full circle, ending up in a state of quasi-enlightenment. I am sure living in a delusional universe of your own creation is a very comforting and encouraging mental state, but let's face it, these people do not care about anyone else as they are just figments of their imagination. As such, these people can exhibit a broad spectrum of behavioral patterns, ranging from harmless and humorous internet ramblings all the way to drink the Kool-Aid and die so that I can save your soul. These types of people normally recruit followers easily because they show such confidence in the beliefs that they themselves have created.
You are nothing. I am everything. You are my toys. You are creation. I am creator. I created you out of my own entertainment. You are nothing. This is the cold hard facts of reality. All your dreams, all your hopes, all your aspirations, they will be unfortunately quashed for you. Because my kingdom will be set up, and the whole world will acknowledge me as the living God, the creator of you all. And you will soberly, with humility, realize that you are nothing, nothing, nothing but chaff in the wind. Nothing.
I am the voice of my own God, which I myself am. Interacting with these types of people is ill-advised, yet sometimes can lead to interesting and benign results. Use your best judgment, and always remember that they are potentially violent. And don't let them suck you into their delusion with them, which is exactly what they want more than anything. These are some of the more common types of crazy that I have noticed online in the internet denizens, and the human race in general, really. Did I miss a type of crazy that fascinates you, intrigues you, makes your blood boil? Post it below in the comments and let's discuss it.